It was a cannon rush there. So, game number 2. Now starting out on Whirlwind, of course, often considered a bit of a Zerg haven from time to time because it is very easy to expand. We'll see if our player up at the top right-hand side is able to take advantage of that. It is, of course, Exile 5's Pig. Down in the bottom left-hand side, he's going to try and take back I don't know, the dominance of this map. A lot of players now considering this much more Protoss favored just due to the fact that Protoss players can sit off to the side on 3 bases, build up a lot of energy on their mothership and you know, Void Rays and Colossi and all the laser things. We are, of course, watching Todd. So yet again, Todd going to start us up with a Forge Fast expand most likely. In fact, it may not be the Forge Fast expand. He's going to Chrono Boost the probes out here. We'll keep an eye on whether he continues building the probes at this Nexus past the, roundabout past the 13 count. Because, no, there he goes. He is going to set up that Forge down at the Natural. And we'll see if he's going to go for some kind of annoying cannon rush down here at the Natural. Pig going to have to be very much on the ball. This Overlord is, where is this guy headed to? Is he... I can't see the... Oh, there it is. It's down there. So, oh no. That's actually, okay, so it looks as if Todd is going to try and go for another cannon rush here. That's the only real reason I can figure that he wants to send out another probe like this is because he wants to get across and make sure that he is in position just in case Pig does take that expansion. So Pig, playing it out very safe, already has his spawning pool halfway done. And this is going to give Todd a little bit of an edge in the fact that his opponent's hatchery is going to be a lot further behind than it would normally be if he was going to go hatch first. But Todd, unfortunately, not catching that drone on the ramp. Pig is going to try and madly scramble to get a hatchery down, but unfortunately does not get it in time. Todd's going to sit out here and just put a pylon down and be as frustrating as he can be. Pig going to head across to what could be a third base. We may see a drone come down just in case Todd tries to cancel this pylon and keep some of those minerals around, but Pig is continually trying to deal with this probe. This is a very frustrating probe here. It looks like Pig is going to... he should be able to get that down. I mean, Todd is... oh, wow. Todd just sets up a pylon in the nick of time, if there ever was. And, well, Pig's going to have a lot longer delayed natural hatchery. Whether it be the natural or the third base across to this side that he wants to take. I'm presuming that he is going to take this one just over here. But Todd cancels the pylon. No hatchery there just as of yet. But there will be one here at the natural. So... Pig is going to be a little bit frustrated with that fact that his hatchery is so very far behind. As we can see, he's going to try and catch up by building this third base as quickly as he can. Back at home for Todd, continually bringing out all of those probes. We can see he's up to 17 right now. Gas number 1, gas number 2. And it looks as if Todd is just going to play a much more sort of standardized game here. No attempts to cannon rush or anything annoying like that. As we can see, we've got cannon set up here for Todd, so he is going to hold out these lings for the time being. Pig did get to see that this, all this is very, very normal here from Todd, so he's not going to be worried about any sort of early sort of gateway pressure or anything like that. Gateway does finish up. We'll probably see that Cyber Core go down in a second. There it goes. Pig just confirming that that was the Cyber Core there. Of course, you know, if it wasn't the Cyber Core, then we probably have to get a little suspicious about Todd's state of mind right now. But as we can see, we do have the Lings now chasing this probe back across the map. The probe should be able to get home. I think it's just about to get inside. Oh, actually, Pig catches it, and 4 Lings are going to make their way inside the natural base here. A couple of probes are ready to rumble, but one of them gets taken down. We can see the probe's just going to hide off to the side there, avoiding the Lings, and Pig will make his way inside the main base. So, looks like a few of the probes may go down if Pig has his micro at a 10 out of 10 state, but, you know, when you've only got about 3 Lings, it's very difficult to get something like that done, especially when a Zealot now comes to the party. So, Pig is going to macro back at home. As we can see, 4 drones on the way, 2 extra Lings now being made just so he has a little bit more map presence as well. And we'll probably see him just continually drone up for the time being as he wants to look to get his economy into a good shape while he keeps an eye on what his Protoss foe is up to. So this is a pretty good part about having these lings inside, is that you can always keep an eye on what your opponent is up to. And wow, if Pig gets that probe, you cannot seriously tell me he's going to get that. I'll be very surprised, but no. The Stalker comes in, and the Stalker should be able to fend off these lings. Todd trying to find the lings, but unfortunately running the wrong way. They're actually just over here, my friend. And Todd is going to set up 3 more gates. So he's going to have a total of 4 gates, probably looking to try and kill off the third base if he can. We'll see how he wants to set this up. In fact, he may just be going for a straight 2-base 4 gate here. 4 workers were killed by Pig in that engagement just inside the main base. And now with a Roach Warren on the way, gas number 3 is also being built by Pig. Number 2 inside his main base is just getting populated now. Count sitting at 55 for Pig. A nice count for him at the moment. You will need to identify that there is a very worrisome kind of push about to come across. The 4 gates now just finishing up. Todd chrono boosting the hell out of that Cyber Core. A Robo facility is here as well, so it's not as if Todd is going to go completely crazy all in with this, but Pig has now seen that the pylon is out. He did get to see also those 3 extra gates, so he should be aware that this is all coming, and indeed he is. 6 roaches now on the way, looking very, very similar to our game number 2 between Pig and Starnan. The 4 gate attack now coming across. Todd building up his Zealot count, going to walk his way inside the third. The Queen will need to hurry away from here as quickly as she can. Don't really want to lose the Queen, but you also don't want to lose too many of those drones. The first of the roaches now popping out. The Queen will go down in a second, almost. Yep, there she goes. And drones are going to get targeted down as well. But the drone's actually killing off a Zealot there. Very nicely done by Pig. He's going to return the drones to work. We do have 10 more drones building right now, and, well, that was a very, very simple sort of attack that was deflected by Pig here. He is all over this stuff at DreamHack so far. He's been deflecting these attacks constantly, and very nicely done. So, he will need to kill off this pylon. I'm a little bit... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, what are you doing not killing off that pylon? So Todd, starting out with a bit of aggression, not getting as much damage as he'd want to, but he did kill off a Queen. I think he killed like 1... No, he didn't actually kill any drones, but he didn't kill any drones, but still, it's a little bit of damage done. He killed off a Queen, which may help out in latter stages. But Pig was able to keep his third base operational. We've got the 5th and the 6th gas now over here at the third base. So he's going to pump up that gas count. Roach Warren is done and researching the Roach movement speed. We can also see a macro hatch is getting prepared by Pig. So ready to kick his production up a notch, especially with a Spire on the way. So he's now saving, looking to save up a little bit of gas so he can get some mutas out as soon as that Spire pops. The mushroom building will be finishing up very soon as a 4th base starts up for Pig as well. So it looks like we will see Pig move across into a normal sort of Zerg style, where you're going to get those mutas out, see what pressure you can put on your Protoss opponent, expose any weaknesses if there are any. And it looks like, well, Todd was, yeah, he is going to look to take a 3rd base here, I would assume. Where is this probe going? He could be... I don't think he's faking it. Yeah, no, there we go. Oh, wow, some brilliant force fields from Todd. That is a wonderfully done set of force fields from the French Protoss player. Blast down those roaches, and Pig is going to be very unhappy with that engagement. As we can see, floating a little bit of minerals and some gas there, but now as 8 Mutalisks are now on the way out. That was perfectly prepared by Pig. Todd is going to know that this is coming, though. The Observer out here, lots of sentries. They did use a few force fields, and Todd is marching his way across the map with these Immortals. Pig is now checking out this base. He has discovered that there is no Nexus here. It is a very, very big, scary, deadly, whatever you want to call it, push coming in from Todd, and this could look like a little bit of a troublesome situation. But the mutas have now come out. We've got 8 mutas out on the map. There are also 4 more on the way. If Pig can get rid of some of these sentries, which he is doing wonderfully, targeting them down as best as he can. Lings coming in from the side, and it looks like Pig should be able to clean this up. Very, very nicely done. Excellent timing, but there are some Stalkers that are now warping in. The mutas are getting targeted down by these Stalkers. The Roaches, however, are doing their damage on the Immortals, but the Roach count has been reduced. Todd has almost... If Todd loses that extra Immortal, this could be a very, very hard spot for Todd to fight back from, but no. Keeps one of the Immortals alive. In fact, no, the mutas target it down. We've now got a lot of Lings out, and, well, Todd is going to struggle to keep this attack on, because the Lings are going to just continually harass those Stalkers. The Stalkers go down, the Pylon is going to go down next, and Pig is going to take a very, very big lead here. who is having reminiscing thoughts of how Pig is playing at DreamHack here? When he loses a game, it's only game one, and then he takes the next 2 games straight away. So maybe we'll have a reenactment of that kind of situation for Pig, but we'll see. Mutas are now out. Todd has got some defense back at home. Some Stalkers are prepared. We also do have a couple of Zealots and some more Stalkers now warping in, but the Mutas are going to be very, very annoying here. Pig trying to target down that pylon. We can see that he almost gets that pylon out of the way, but unfortunately not enough. Maulings now flooding down through the map. Pig is going to macro up behind this though. 10 more drones. We've got more mutas now on the way. +2 to air weapons is also being researched right now. So Pig is just continuing on with this harassment again. Very similar to game number 1 this time of Pig versus Starnan, where Pig has deflected the early attack and is now going to take a lot of map control, a lot of map presence over his opponent, and is going to deny him from constantly taking the third base. So we see the mutas now floating through the main base. The cannon has been taken out, and Probe's just going to, well, they're just getting annihilated there. Pig is having a little bit of trouble through the middle of the map. Todd has revived an attack. He's now pushing it through the middle section. Lots of Stalkers are out. They do not have Blink. They do not have any further upgrades other than 1-1. And, well, this is kind of turning into a bit of a base trade now, and this is not a base trade you want to fight as a Protoss player. Todd agrees, and we go to a 1-1 scoreline.